When we get the artwork from the artist, we need to be able to get different separations. So we need to work with the artist to separate the colors. And once we do that with this process, we're able to create photo transparencies that we use to create an etched plate from. The way that they are putting the oil-based ink onto the plate is they are taking small cards that are made out of mat board, archival mat board, and they're scraping the ink carefully onto the plate. After they put the ink on with the cards, then they wipe off the ink, wipe it clean off of the surface of the plate. The process, it's called an etching or intaglio, which means that the ink is in the incised or etched areas below the surface, not on the top. Well, when you get ready to print, the paper that is going to carry the printed impression needs to be soaked. And it's usually 100% rag paper, so it can be soaked in water for a long period of time. That'll loosen up the fibers of the paper. So we soak it in the water, we pull it out, and then it's blotted because the paper can't be wet when we print. It just needs to be damp and pliable. The blotted paper is taken to the press and it's laid over the plate. And then blankets on the press are laid over the papers that are on the press, the papers in the plate. Then it goes underneath the pressure of the press. The press has got two rollers, one on the top and one on the bottom, and the flat bed that rolls between the rollers that carries the plate. All that goes through, and that conforms the damp paper to the plate at the same time it picks up the ink. We pull up the damp paper, and in this case we've got 5 of these plates that are printed one on top of each other. This is called plate registration. So we pull up the paper, we take out one of the plates, and we put in its place the second plate, exactly where the first one was. Put down the paper, go back through, and keep repeating this process until we printed all 5 of the plates. And at that point, we can pull up the blankets and the paper, and you'll see the final print.
They have to kind of be what we call curated, essentially cleaned up to make sure they're absolutely perfect.
Each print is taking about an hour, to ink up and to print. But that's just the printing time.
They can print about 6 a day?
5 to 6.
5 or 6 a day.
Depends on how long their day is.
Yeah. Really, everybody who works in printmaking, I think, does it. It's a labor of love.
It makes us mean. And I know, this is where the woods will take you. Oh,